Welcome back to my Colorado mountain garden. And the tomatoes I'm going to be showing you now are my dwarfs. Um, Not the micro dwarfs, just the dwarfs. And they are all indeterminate, although there are some varieties that do not require pruning the suckers off. I don't remember which ones those are right now. I have to go back and look that up. Most of these are going to get anywhere from 3 feet to 4 feet tall. There's a couple of them in here, like the Dwarf Eagle Smiley, this one right here, which is a cherry tomato. It gets 5 feet tall. They do recommend pruning these suckers off of that. Most of these are regular leaf tomatoes, so they're more, let's see if I can get this back in here. I'm trying to hold my tripod as I do this because it's not tall enough. They have the regular leaves. And then the Sweet Sues, they are the only one that's a potato leaf. Now, these I dropped all the way down in. So if you think about how deep a cell is, I put about a 1/4 inch of soil on the bottom. Then I used an empty cell from one of my little seed trays to make a divot in the soil and pack it around. And then I dropped these down in. As these grow, I will be adding more soil and pruning leaves off if necessary. Typically, most of the leaves that I have to prune off are going to be the cotyledons. So let's take a look at this one. You can see the little skinny leaf here. That's the cotyledon. So when I add soil to this, I'll prune those off first. I'm going to swing around here. Those taller ones back here. Let's see if I can move this down here a little bit. Those were the ones that about a week ago I showed you. They were just peeking over the top. Those are my semi-determinates. Those are Romas and San Marzanos. And those, I probably won't prune suckers off. I might. We'll see. I usually keep them trimmed up pretty well on the bottom to get the airflow once they go in the greenhouse. These are my determinants. One of my favorites is the Better Bush. And these get to be 3 to 4 feet tall. It is a bush variety, so they get really wide too. And I have gotten over 1 pound tomatoes on these. A single tomato weighing 1 pound. Now, any dirt that you see on the top, it's just because I added some soil in here. Every time I water, I check. And I'll pull cotyledons off if they haven't already died back. And I add soil. What that helps do is strengthen the stem. So again, I used an empty seed cell. You can kind of see here how full that cup is. So I dropped this tomato way down in towards the bottom. And then I've been backfilling with soil. These 3 up here, these last 3, 1, 2, 3, those were the last ones that actually went into the cups. So they won't get soil. Maybe tomorrow if I have to water. If not, it'll be Saturday. But as you can see, they're all getting very big. I do have my lights pulled up right now, but I dropped them way down. And eventually, as some of these other ones start getting really tall, I'm going to have to put the shorter ones down onto another shelf and leave the taller ones up top. But by dropping it down in, it not only makes your plant healthier, but also buys you time. And if you live in the mountains like I do, and our last frost date isn't until June sometime, it's hard to have big, huge tomatoes in the house and move them in and out to harden them off. I will, if we get some warm days, although snow is expected, try and start hardening these off very soon, a little bit at a time, so that they're ready when it's time to go out to the garden. These will get up potted into 1-gallon containers before they go into the final spot, which is a 5-gallon container. I hope you're having a wonderful day and happy gardening.